While all of us were sound asleep last night, these two were going back and forth on Twitter all fucking night. We need to talk about what happened. As of the last few days, Cardi B has been celebrating the success of her latest album, Am I the Drama? This was one of the screenshots that she posted to Instagram that says that she is the first female rapper in history to debut her first 2 albums, so in a row, on the Billboard 200 as the #1 album. This is another screenshot that she posted. It reiterates the same point and also states that she's the only female rapper in history to have all of her albums sell at least 200,000 copies the first week. Oh, and this was another one that she posted, that she is the first female rapper in history to have 25 songs simultaneously charting in the top 200 on US Apple Music. It seems that Nicki did not take kindly to this as she started tweeting out some really shady stuff. Now, the tweets I'm about to show you, they're gonna be out of order only because Nicki has since deleted all of these tweets, so I was just grabbing from like the screenshots I could find online. Although I promise y'all, you're not losing any context that they're not in order. These are the tweets that I believe started it. Nicki Minaj tweets out $4.99 in reference to Cardi B's album selling for $4.99 right now. And she says ABCDEFG rap like Barney still ugly. And this is a clear reference to Cardi B's song Magnet, in which she says ABCDEFG, these bitches can't fuck with me. And that lyric is a direct shot at like the Barbs, who often say that Cardi B is an ABCDEFG rapper, meaning her rhymes are like super simple. There's no technical ability to her raps and her rhymes. She calls Cardi B Barney B and then again tweets out ABCDEFG and says Cardi B has a heavy tongue. She continues ABCDEFG pregnant, play with his boy, you know what, which I think is in reference to these allegations against Stefan Diggs that have been floating around recently about him allegedly essaying a man. So I think that that's related to that. She also says ABCDEFG surgery to look like me, tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico fraud and perjury. Here are some more tweets. In this image, she obviously like photoshopped Barney's body and face to like an actual image of Cardi B on the red carpet. In this one, she says, raw dogging pregnant with the 4th baby, Barney B, BV, like bacterial vaginosis, HPV, allegedly. Nicki continues, she says, ABCDEFG fallen off the charts with a big belly, running trains, barefoot, still smelly, still you could not outsell me. And she even tweets out ABCDEFG lied and said mom was Trini, obviously implying that Cardi B has lied about her mom being from Trinidad. Now, Cardi B was not one to hold back. She tweeted this out and said, nah, because I was really baking ribs and making blondie brownies. And here come this bitch bothering me on a damn Monday. And then she posted this photo of Nicki Minaj's actual brother, his mugshot in a pink wig. Now, if you did not know, Nicki Minaj's brother is in jail right now for essaying his 12-year-old stepdaughter. At the time of his conviction and sentencing in 2020, Nicki Minaj had written a letter to the judge saying that her brother was patient, gentle, genuine. She also said that the allegations were false and he was still sentenced to 25 years to life. Oh, and it's been reported that allegedly Nicki Minaj also paid for all of his legal fees throughout the entire trial. Anyway, let's continue. Cardi B says ABCDEFG, your man has to snatch, you know what? She tweets out a lyric from her song Magnet that says, tastes like honeycomb, and then she says your bro be touching 12-year-olds. She also tweets out, damn, she was streaming Magnet hard as hell, huh? Now Cardi B continues, she says you must have missed me, huh, crazy? Now kiss my feet. She says nothing more annoying than a bored bitch, and then she says the power I have, make these bitches come out of rehab every time. Go to your fucking room. Now Nicki Minaj has been on a hiatus from social media for the last month, maybe like month and a half. She hasn't posted anything. This is the first time she comes back to social media in all these weeks. So I think Cardi's insinuating here that she's been away at rehab. And she also says, white powdery substance Barbie. Now Cardi B continues and says, why do you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake, those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the fuck is you comparing yourself to me for? Then Cardi B ends it. She says, all right, now this is the 3rd tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them perks scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord protect my babies. And that is just wild. I also wonder, how the fuck does Cardi B have everyone's tea like this? Because she was just talking about JT having abortions. Like, how does she have everybody's tea? Now, Nicki did leave a couple tweets up, and this is one of them. It's a photo of an eagle. Now, what I gathered from some of the responses is that she's kind of hitting back at Cardi B Her album cover is like her with a bunch of crows. And according to some of these responses, eagles and crows have a very like sort of interesting dynamic where crows will try to defend their territory and provoke reactions from eagles by jumping on their back and like pecking at their neck. And instead of fighting back, the eagle will often just like soar higher into the sky, like they'll fly higher, which causes the crow to fall off. Also, I think Nicki is implying that there's a little bit of a hierarchy here. We know eagles are super powerful, deadly predators, and crows are scavengers. They're a little bit more opportunistic, and they'll eat out of a garbage can if they have to. And this was another tweet that she left up. This was a repost from someone else where she says, despite false reports, Nicki Minaj is the only female rapper to have an album cross 200,000 units first week this decade. At this point, I don't even know who's telling the truth. Now, one other thing that caught a little bit of attention that people were laughing about was JT inserting herself into the conversation. At one point, she tweets out, that bitch, she's talking about Cardi B, home ugly and mad, no celebration. I would have been breakdancing right now if I was number one, but she knows she lied. And a lot of people were just quoting the fact that she's like, if I was number one, they're like, yeah, that's obviously never gonna happen. You wouldn't know.
I just want to apologize in advance. It's about to get nasty. Nicki Minaj went ahead and said, Culture, you are a roach and a monkey just like your sister. Oh, Lord. Mind you guys, this whack comes after Cardi B went ahead and said that she would spill the tea on why Papa Bear don't know his ABCs. Cardi B went ahead and responded to Nicki Minaj calling Culture, for one, a vulture, and for two, pretty much calling Culture ugly. Cardi B went ahead and said that Nicki Minaj's son is nonverbal, which was probably the biggest mistake that Cardi B could have done. Cardi B went ahead and said, Papa Bear, I'm sorry you can't speak, and banging spoons because your mom couldn't put the drinks down. I'm sorry your mom not even paying attention to you on your own birthday because she's such an obsessed and dark-spirited, hated hoe. I'm so sorry. Nicki Minaj sent out a warning and she told Lucian, Elliott, and Roc Nation, yo, y'all better get her because if y'all don't, things about to get real nasty. And things definitely did get even nastier. Nicki Minaj went ahead and uploaded a few tweets just pertaining to Bodega Barney and Barney Dangerous and Barney B and even addressed Hennessy. Nicki Minaj also went ahead and said, where's the roach spray? I'ma say that in her disease-riddled mouth, bunch of and in response, Cardi B went ahead and dropped the allegation that is so sickening. Cardi B went ahead and addressed Nicki Minaj's father, who recently passed away within the last, I believe, 3 to 4 years. He recently just passed away. And she went ahead and said this right here. I'm not going to read that out loud, but you all can read if you can read. With this type of allegation, Cardi B better be ready because this allegation and this tweet that Cardi B put out is a serious allegation. And Nicki Minaj is already talking about suing. So this is serious and Cardi B really better watch out because she's playing a dangerous game with stuff like this. Towards the end of the back and forth, Nicki Minaj went ahead and pretty much leaked that Barney B had their whole label fly out to Cali to beg Nicki Minaj to do a joint tour and album with her. She don't want to have to drop the receipts, she's saying. That's why they tried to go ahead and sabotage her tour. Drop the receipts, you dumb. You costing them millions with your $4 album and $5 coupons. And in response to that, Cardi B did not deny the fact that her label potentially and allegedly asked Nicki Minaj to come on tour with her and to do a joint album. She did not deny the allegation.
Cardi B just posted a message to Nicki Minaj on Twitter. She was serious. This is my last time responding to you because this past Twitter now, I gotta see you. But first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You said out of your own mouth that the little girl in you haven't forgave your mother yet, and that's because your mom used to stay silent when your dad used to touch on you every time he did that pipe. I know you experienced a lot of trauma and abuse, but drugs is not going to help you. You need to go to therapy now. I'm going to let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do all day to numb the pain so he can max out your credit card. Yeah, you think I don't know? Them queens that you be letting in your house every time you kick them out be coming and spilling your tea in the hood. But I'm going to be the realest person to ever tell you, you need to get help. You need to heal that trauma. You always coming at people every time you see them happy. Because you got so much trauma and pain that you want to put on others, your fans are going to gas you up while you literally lose your mind. You don't got no friends, no family, just that man in your house that let you do blank till you pass out so he can spend your money and buy hood chains. I'm not throwing away my career and my endorsements going back and forth with words with a, yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Whoa, the beef on Twitter is real, y'all. It's crazy. Or X, whatever you want to call it. Do I think she should have mentioned all that stuff about Nicki Minaj personal stuff? Nah, I don't think that was, I don't think that was good. That was honestly crazy.
We got a new batch of tweets from Nicki Minaj. Dear Culture Vulture, your mom is pregnant with another monkey to add to her litter. The gag is that she was jealous of a little baby boy simply because his hair was longer than all four of you bald monkeys put together. Shrump says face ass. So yeah, she's still going at Cardi's kids. I'ma kick your gums back into formation. Camel and Rat, we are not fazed by botted tweets and bots in the comments. That's precisely why you broke now. Desiree got fillers since I said she ugly, now she's uglier. Oh bitch. Camel, let's talk about your kids today. That's on the docket, nigga. Shuffles papers. So now she's going at Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids. Nicki then tweeted 3/27/26. That's the release date of her next project. And she included these 4 pictures. This is Marge Simpson about to throw a nasty uppercut. Then here we have an AI-generated picture of a pregnant Barney with heels and red lipstick and a sombrero. Here we have Jay-Z, and he looks like the other guy from Step Brothers, not Will Ferrell, the other one. John C. Reilly. He looks like John C. Reilly. And here we have another AI-generated photo of Jay-Z on all fours in his pink Nicki Minaj wig. And, you know, he's in a room full of money, but he looks so distressed. Barney B said she wishes she was dead even after beginning her litter of monkeys. Yikes, Vulture. It's bad for y'all. Aaliyah R. Kelly. So this one is about Cardi B and her kids. I think this one is about Jay-Z again. She's beefing with like 12 different people, so they're all just jumbled up together. We have another collage with the date March 27th, 2026. Another AI-generated picture of a pregnant Barney on the gray carpet. Then we have Jay-Z crying in his pink Nicki Minaj wig with his money again. She always includes the money. This is Jay-Z in the desert with his pink Nicki Minaj wig, his pink Chanel purse. I think Nicki was selling like press-on nails. I guess he bought the press-on nails. And then we have a camel with a queen chain. All right. Like, what is she typing into Chat GPT to get this stuff? Here we have Barney in his Dora the Explorer wig. He has his maracas. It looks like we're in a bodega, and he is selling his album for $4.99.